Hello there, everyone. Welcome back. The other day, we obviously got that lovely new Jedi Survivor trailer. I wasn't here for that release or anything, so I haven't been able to make any videos about it and whatnot. But starting tomorrow, that'll very much be the case. So yeah, you can expect the usual 2 videos a week, Monday and Thursday. But then instead of 3 shorts a week, like it has been for the last 2 months, it's going to go up to 5. It's going to be a busy time, but there's going to be lots of Jedi Survivor content to come, so hopefully you are excited for that. But yeah, today I kind of just want to talk about this trailer and go through it, sort of break it down a little bit, because I think there's a lot to digest with it, and I also just want to see what you guys think about it as well, actually. So yeah, Frostbite was here first, about 2 hours ago now. Don't know if he's here now, but he did say first all that time ago. SV, Zvablo, my main man, how's it going? And to anyone else who might be in the chat as well, I hope you're doing good. What's this? Oh yeah. Right. So, dare I just go straight into it now? Sorry, give me a sec. I'm just going to pull up some images that I've got. I've got some 4K shots of the from that trailer, so get some of them up as well, because they are some juicy. Torbis, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, here you go. Some 4K lovelies. Boom, 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 boom. Doing good, doing good. Excellent. Glad to hear it, SB. Glad to hear it. It's just taking some time to load. There you go. Ooh. Oh, who could this be? And there's the key out. Lovely stuff. So I'll sort of go over them in a bit. But where's that trailer? So, lots to digest, honestly. I'm just going to jump straight into it, really, I think. So, we start off, obviously, with this. I don't know how loud that is for you guys, actually. Did you hear that or not? Maybe not. I'm not seeing anything on audio output capture, which, to be honest, probably a good thing, because that was bloody loud. But we start off here in this old facility with a back-to tank of sorts. Cal has this device in hand. The back-to tank we saw in the original trailer as well. I am going to turn this down though for myself, because bloody hell, that was loud. And we have this phrase, "The order is gone." Who's saying that? Is it back to tank boy or what? I think it is. But we'll see. But you can see him a bit more revealed there, which is cool. And then there you go. Another shot of back to tank boy. Absolute ripped. Look at that. Crazy goals. I appreciate it might be a bit jumpy for you guys. I don't think my laptop's liking this too much. Now the back to tank he's awoken. He seems to have been in slumber for a very long time. So he has now been awakened, likely by Cal and that device. GN, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And here we go. I think Cal's let him out. Basically, this is definitely the guy who's later on in the trailer as well. Like that back to tank person has to be this guy here, right? It only makes sense. Also, this guy looks a bit like a younger version of Cal. It's really weird. And then that's the device that Cal has in his hand at the start, I think. Onto that in a bit. Maybe I just scrub through instead. And then we get into some action shots. What if they're twins, Lamau? I mean, it's possible. I don't know though, because Cal's got the device in his hand, at that back to tank bit, and then he's got it later on in the trailer. I can't see that happening. But yeah, a lot of new enemies were revealed in this trailer as well. So I could have your device. I mean, you could. But you don't. Unlucky. But here's our first look at the Magna Guards in the game. We knew they were going to be in the game probably like 7 months ago now, because of an action figure that was revealed. So that's exciting. Doing good. How are you? Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you very much, Diane. Glad you're doing good. How are you finding the new car as well? Actually, how is it? So yeah, Magna Guard, very cool. Happy with that. Lots of Separatist droids in this. And then we got Scout Troopers making a return again on this jungly, rocky planet. They've got like the hexagonal rocks, which is quite cool. But yeah, there you go. Scout Troopers making a return. KX security droid making a return. Stormtroopers obviously making a return. And that there is a Flame Trooper. So Flame Troopers will be making their return once again. Which is cool. Lots of the old enemies from Fallen Order are coming back into this, which is pretty cool. Happy with it so far. Good stuff. Glad to hear that. I didn't see nor heard of any action figures for the game. Huh? Yeah, so we've had 4 action figures revealed. So there's KX Security Droid, the Riot Scout Troopers. So obviously they were in Fallen Order, but they've got action figures for Jedi Survivor coming out. And then they were like official Black Series ones. Well, that means there's 5 actually. And then the Scout Trooper also had like a Kenner, like not a retro one, but like the Kenner figures that aren't retro. And then we saw GN 36 months. There you go. Jesus Christ. Whew. Thank you very much for your support, man. Really appreciate that. Salute. Thank you, Captain Rex, for those wise words once as well. Where was I? Yeah, so the Kenner action figures, there were... You know what? Let me show you. This might take a little bit of time, so bear with me. Right. Jedi Survivor action figures. I do have a couple videos out about them, to be fair, as well, so... not saying that you have to watch them, of course, because I'm going to show you now, but... yeah, I did them several months ago. No, that's not... That is absolutely not where I was going. I type in Jedi Survivor action figures and it takes me to bloody Wix. Yeah, great. Thanks. But yeah, you didn't see the action figures or anything, so when you saw the B1 droids and the Magna Guards in the trailer, I flipped out. Nice. Yeah, you can get a proper good look at them. Right, so... Here we go. Yeah, so this was in a 3-pack. Let's open image in new tab. So there you go. This is like the Kenner action figures. So you've got the so yeah, you've got the KX droid here. You've got the Riot Scout Trooper here, and this the Magna Guard. So these were revealed like at Star Wars Celebration or just before. So that's 3. You also then have Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis Black Series figure as well. With that comes with BD1. This is the KX. You can't really see that, but that's the KX Black Series. But most exciting, I'd say, is this B1. Let me try and get a better size photo. All of them are like, 4K, but they're not. Oh, these have got... Here we go. So this is what the battle droids, the B1s, look like in Jedi Survivor. So this is from the Black Series figure that was revealed several months ago. And we actually got to have our first look at them in the trailer as well, which is really exciting. And there is another variation of these, which is a melee version, which is really cool. So they're the action figures released or announced so far. I have actually seen this B1 in person as well. I just haven't got it because I didn't have 30 quid to spend, really. I mean, I did, but it was not a good idea. But yeah, no, the B1s look incredible, don't they? They look very cool. So that's that. Really exciting stuff there. So yeah, they're making a return, which is cool. The Unchosen one, hello there, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh well, that really, because yeah, there you go. And here's our first look. This is like some, I imagine, a bounty hunter of some kind, or just mercenary. I don't really know, but they're wielding a lightsaber that has the exact same emitter. Like, it's pretty much exactly the same lightsaber as Cal's lightsaber. So I don't know if like Cal already has this one and loses it to him or something. I don't really know what's going on here. But you can see here there's these tips, and this is so that's crossguard. Which is pretty awesome. You do see this later on in the trailer. But yeah, for some reason, I imagine this is like Cal's already got this lightsaber and somehow this person's taken it off him, or this is how you get it, but it's just weird that it's the exact same emitter and everything as Cal's already. So, is it snowing where you are? Right now, I don't know. I can go and check though. There was a bit of snow this morning, like very, very thin layer, melted pretty much straight away. I woke up at about 7:15 and saw it because I had work at 8. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I will check the weather now though. Sector is clear, no snow. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So we get crossguard lightsabers. So this is the first look at a new variation of lightsabers coming into the game. And then this is where a big question, I think, comes in. Where the hell is Grease and Merrin? Not so much where's Merrin, because like, you know, you don't really see, you know, she wasn't in the cockpit at all in the first game. Actually, no, she was like at one point, I think, but still, Grease should be here somewhere. What's going on? Is he safe? Is he all right? What's going on with Grease? Why is Cal piloting the Mantis with BD1, the co-pilot? What's going on? We don't know. We'll find out. But it's a bit of a scary thought. You know, cycling on through. The Mantis is in a bit of trouble here. Ooh. You can see that it's smoking, so it's either been shot or yeah. Maybe that's the same lightsaber taken away from Cal since he had a detachable double-bladed lightsaber. Possibly, but his detachable one wasn't crossguard in... I mean, it wasn't in the first game, but maybe it is now. But I feel like in the trailer we kind of see where Cal gets the crossguard for the first time. So I don't really know. To be honest, I don't know. It does look like there is an engine issue here, though. You can see it looks a bit like sparking there, perhaps. Just try and scrub through. Or is that just a light? No, I think that's just a light, actually. Still, the Mantis has been shot down, which is not good. By whom? We don't know. Again, of course. The mysteries of a trailer, you know, gets you asking questions, wants to play the game, find out more. Damn. Crazy stuff. But yeah, not ideal. But then we have this this is a lovely shot, I gotta say. Really like this. This is a village which you see quite a lot of in the trailer. It looks like there's some kind of facility up here, which should be really interesting. But you can see this like sort of white gate looking thing. We actually saw this in the first trailer. Let me get that up as well. I hope that's not... So, there's obviously back to Tank Boy again. So this is when the mantis has crashed, right? And then it falls to the side. There you go. That on the left, you should be able to see that right here. So it's just above me. There you see that sort of like white pillory gate-like thing. Oh, did it get rid of the other trailer? Oh, it did. Flipping heck. If I do that, what happens? Might be a bit of a chop and change here, boys. Apologies. No, that's a bit of annoying. Right. Moving on. Oh, wow, I really skipped a bit. But yeah, those white things that I was pointing out there, that's these things here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no, I got to say, yeah, the locations look amazing. I mean, look at the detail on this. Like, I imagine this is like a cutscene right here. It does just look like a very impressive game, though. But what's nice about this is it looks like you can kind of go here, go there, potentially go up here. What something looks like it's in there, maybe. I don't know. Tom, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Chopper's in Chopper. Unfortunately, not. Chopper would be cool, though. But yeah, we see this place a lot, and you can actually see on Cal's hilt his lightsaber. Something I did notice in the game is in the trailer. Sorry, there was no blaster at all in the trailer. Like, it didn't showcase Cal having a blaster in any way. Like, there was nothing. There was no holster or anything in a holster. So, very confused about that. Maybe they just didn't want to show it off yet. Potentially it wasn't fully ready, or they kind of want to wait for you to get the game itself. I don't really know, but it wasn't there. Just an idea that I would just an observation I had. That's not ideal. I hope you're okay though. Hope you get better soon. I'm pretty good though, thank you. Maybe it's a secret. Maybe. And then we have our first look at Sia, and this interesting character. No idea who this could be or what it could be, to be honest. I could do a theory video for it, but honestly, I feel like I would really struggle with something like that. But yeah, there's that. And then here's another look at Sia. A very unique look this time around, I will say. She looks very much like some old Jedi series in from Apex. No, stop it. Not everything's about Apex, my G. But yeah, it's a very different look. I think she's still very much like... I mean, you can also see behind her, like, you know, very reminiscent of the Jedi archives on Coruscant. So it looks like she's almost like trying to rebuild the Jedi archives in a way. I feel like she's very much like a Jedi historian now, like a very sage, like wise person who doesn't go out much. That is my assumption. And Cal's the one that's going out and getting into trouble, because in this particular point, Sia's like, I hear you're making yourself the enemy, the Empire's #1 most wanted. And it's like, oh no, what is Cal doing? Silly Billy. But yeah, that's cool. First look at Sia in the fresh tats. And then, again, environments look incredible. But this is one of the first looks at like a new ability, really. It's pretty similar to, you know, you can force someone, but now you can actually control, like, you can actually like get this stormtrooper to shoot the others, which is pretty insane actually. That's going to be really fun, I think. And then boom. What do you think of the Hive app? Honestly, I completely forgot I had it because it's not in my main thing. Like, I've not actually been on it in 2 weeks. Like, I'm loading it up now for the first time in, well, yeah, about 2 weeks probably. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much of a thought on it. It's a really interesting idea, and I'm keen to see if it gets better and like how it updates and whatnot. But yeah, Twitter doesn't seem to be going anywhere really, so I just can't be asked for another social media platform, to be honest. So yeah. Have you been using it much, or I think it's down right now because of updates? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, the thing is, it had such an influx of users that they're gonna struggle. Like, I'm pretty sure they were like a 2-man team, so coping with that amount of people coming in a very short time is gonna be a nightmare for them. Back to this though. This trailer is full of so much stuff. It's crazy. I mean, we're 29 seconds in and we've seen a new lightsaber form that we'll get, new locations, new enemies, and this now, we're going to have the ability to tame creatures, which is nuts. So we're on this planet and Cal like tames this creature, and then you can go on this creature and you can ride around it. Here's that white structure I told you about earlier. So it's interesting because the planet before, it didn't look like it had much vegetation on it, but now you're here, it's got loads of vegetation. So don't really know what to think about this, to be honest, but it's pretty cool. And there's our first look at the B1 battle droids. There you go, pretty cool. Chazawookie, dude, how's it going? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. The open world better be good. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, the game's going to be very similar to Jedi Fallen Order, I imagine, but I just really hope that it's more open and just more to do. Like, just as long as it's less linear, then I think it'll be really fun. But yeah, very cool. First look at the B1 battle droids. Really pleased with that. And then, boom. Attack, swipe. BD1's red there, so it looks like he's on red, or like low health. It has been a long time. Well, perhaps Jedi Survivor will. I mean, potentially is the reason you're here. I think there's definitely going to be a lot more excitement around Star Wars games now, for sure. I mean, this trailer on YouTube's got 4.9 million views, and that's not even real time stats. Like, real time to thingy goes down, like, is so different a lot of the time. If it's a video that's got loads of views, then it just doesn't, the display isn't correct. Maybe it's a skin. No, I don't think so, because it's his lighting. It's his lights. Like, his skin's normal in this. Like, they keep the skins the same in the trailers. This red light signifies that Cal's on low health. That's what it was in the first game. So I imagine that's very much the same in this game as well. But yeah, very cool. And then here's another thing. You can tame creatures and whatnot. So here's a mini pterodactyl that you can grab on its legs and just glide around, which is pretty insane. There's that white building again. So I imagine you take down that battle droid around here or there, like around here basically. Which is quite cool. The fact you can sort of go around that and not in here necessarily. I think it also shows that this planet's got a lot more to it. Like, it seemed very deserty at the start, but then actually this vegetation planet's like, there's at, where is it? Yeah, it's just after this. Like, this planet I think is the exact same one, because you can see all this rock formation stuff, and then it's the same rock formations as this creature, and then you're on that creature here. Yeah, that's the same creature. So I don't know, it's interesting. Another thing I've noticed though is I think there might be day-night cycles as well, because this seems very much like early morning or evening, but this is very much during the day. And later on in the trailer you get to a point where it's still this same planet, but it's at night. So it's just the case of like, that's how the story progresses, or there's actual day-night cycles, which I think would be really cool. But yeah, gliding down, pretty cool. This is where it gets interesting. So this is now in that village that we just saw in the previous shot. Could that other person next to Sia be Merrin? It has pale white skin, just like her. Huh. I don't think so. This looks very much like a male physique. It's a really interesting idea, but I think it could be more of a male person. Judging by like the arms, they seem quite broad shoulders as well. The hands seem quite like manly hands. It's an interesting idea though. Like in Fallen Order, like Merrin's quite like slim, I'd say. So like compared to that, I don't know. It is a really interesting idea, but I don't think it would be. We'll see though. I mean, you could be right, I could be wrong. We will, I guess, find out during the game. Okay, so yeah, here's an interesting point. So Cal's obviously got his lightsaber here, but then you can actually see his other half here, his detachable dual blade. So I imagine you take this out. That's actually really cool. So it looks like you just like he takes this off and just clips it into here, and then that will ignite. Like it's to use the powers from this. Boom. Maybe it's the Inquisitors from Rebels, the white one, like the Inquisitor. Oh, you think it could be the fifth brother? I don't think it would be. I think they very much know. Just need some confirmation that Merrin is alive and well. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's what I think a lot of people are asking is where the hell is Merrin and Grease. In an interview Cameron Monaghan did recently, he said that in this sort of stage of the story, like everyone is sort of doing their own thing. So like Merrin could very well be doing her own thing. Grease could be elsewhere doing something. I don't really know. So yeah, it almost feels a bit more like a solo story in a way. I mean, it kind of was anyway, but you know, you always had Seer and Grease in the back of the Mantis just chilling. Now that doesn't seem to be the case. But yeah, this is sort of one of our first looks at a boss fight, really. Crying a river, I know. We'll find out in, 3 months' time. It's okay. So this guy, according to a lot of people, could very well be a Gendai or a Jedi. They're seen in Star Wars The Old Republic. To be funny enough, actually, another EA game. But they apparently live for between 4,000 and 7,000 years. So, I mean, this guy could be 1,000 years old, and he could still live for God knows how long. Like, he could have very well lived during the High Republic era, and just chilled. And I think, Durg was a Gendai, which is pretty crazy to think. I didn't even know that. It's just with Durg, he was more like armored and stuff. Like you didn't actually see his face, so this is like what Durg would have looked like in the face, really. But yeah, like Durg was one as well, I believe. So they have like regenerative abilities. So he's pretty much unkillable unless you do an Obi-Wan and you get inside him and like. So yeah, new emojis. Yes, YouTube added them to YouTube Gaming earlier this week, which is pretty cool. Tesco Thanos. Yes, yeah, that's a good point, to be honest. That is a good point. Someone, like, the thing is as well, he doesn't look like he's from Star Wars. I saw someone, there's a guy on Twitter called Omar. What's his... Omar something. Oh yeah, no. So he goes by the Negotiator on Twitter, and he was saying that he doesn't look like he's from Star Wars at all. He looks like another space franchise. And I said Ratchet and Clank. I thought that was quite a good one. So, yeah. There you go. Looks like someone from Ratchet and Clank, but yeah, it's from Star Wars, obviously. But yeah, he could be a big bad man, and we see he's in this particular point as well. He's talking to saying to this guy to teach Cal a lesson about how the Jedi should be dead. Basically, I know Sal's explained as hyped if that guy's a boss. Yeah, I saw him make a video about it like literally the day after the trailer came out, or actually for me it was the day of the trailer releasing. So yeah, I haven't watched it, but I imagine he is probably quite keen. Also, I can't help but think these guys are essentially the owners of the battle droids, because the battle droids have like the white and sort of brownish markings, and you see white and brown here. You've sort of got like brown and yellow. Potentially that's a rank thing, like he's more of like a commander dude and he's not. Don't know, but it's just a theory. They're on the same planet as well. But you also notice here, so this is a gun holster, but there's no gun. So either they just didn't want to showcase it at all in the trailer, or I don't really know. But yeah, it's interesting. There's another look at the Gendai or Jendai. Pretty cool. He's got no nose, bit like Voldemort, to be honest. Looks pretty cool. And then he's got this massive like electro hammer axe thing, and a jetpack. So he absolutely like just whacks Cal down. That's not fun. Well, that's what a frame. That is a cool ass weapon indeed. Yes. So yeah, this will very well be a boss fight. Oh wait, no. So it's not the. Well, actually, to be fair, it could be like he uses that as the dual blade connection, but then also he does it. He does it dual wield as well. So this is our second look at a new lightsaber form, which is dual wield in this game. So that's really exciting. Just fought a Purge Trooper with a similar weapon. Yeah, in Fallen Order, it's the white Purge Troopers that have the hammer axes. It's pretty cool. It's called a hammer axe, I believe. But yeah, dual wield this March 17th, so it comes out in 3 months' time. See, I find it really hard to believe that this planet is the same planet we were just looking at. It may not be, but like because of that bird thing being on this planet for sure, it's weird seeing it on the other planet, unless it's a general architecture that's consistent with other places. But regardless, there's this building here. Looks actually, could this be like an old temple? I don't know. This looks like it could be like a really old Jedi temple, to be honest. That would be pretty cool if it is. But this looks like it'll be another boss. It is a Wampa, safe to say. I mean, you look at that, and that, if you don't think that's a Wampa, then watch episode 5 again. But it's obviously not snow. And it's more of a forest, so it's a bush wampa, as someone said in Sammy Boy's stream the other day. Or it's appeared in Star Wars Rebels, and they're very much like Dark Troopers, but not. They're just very cool. I'm really excited to fight these things, honestly. I think they'll be really difficult, but yeah, they look pretty sick, honestly. It's also just nice because we see the DT Sentry droids in Star Wars Rebels, which is obviously an animated thing. So we're now getting them in a photorealistic way, which I'm really excited for. And this also looks like the same planet, actually. So on this same planet, we'll be fighting like separatist droids that are likely reprogrammed, but then also the Empire. Pretty cool. It could also be the same planet, but completely different area of the planet, like how Kashyyyk is in Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, it's entirely possible. It is entirely possible. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It could... Yeah, it's a good point. I think it probably is the same planet for sure, though. Mainly because that bird is on that planet already, and then you're on it with the second planet. So, yeah. Cassian, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Are you going to pre-order the game? Yes, I very much will be pre-ordering the game. Probably get the deluxe edition, because I absolutely want to make sure I get the what's it called? The skins for Luke, Han, and Kenobi. Those inspired skins for Cal, obviously. I just think they look great, honestly. Like the way they've expanded on customization seems great. And if you don't get them by playing the game naturally, then I don't want to miss out on them. So, yeah, will you be getting the will you be pre-ordering Cassian? Too expensive in my opinion. Yeah, it's quite a bit. Like, I think it's probably 90 quid or something, and it's essentially 20 quid extra on top of the normal edition, just for 6 cosmetics. But who has sense anymore, right? So excited to fight those Sentry droids. Yeah, they honestly look really cool. Probably I've got money saved up from when it got first revealed. Nice one. Yeah, there you go. Happy days. I mean, that's the thing. If you like save for it for a while, then why not? I mean, there's the collector's edition, which is 300 quid, which is kind of nuts. But you get like a lightsaber hilt, like the case that you see in the start of the first trailer, and then yeah. To me, it doesn't look worth £300 to be honest. But yeah. But yeah, I'm a sheep, so I don't mind. Yeah, that's fair. I want more Star Wars. And you also don't have a PS5. That's fair enough. Oh, so you won't be able to get the game straight away then, will you, Tom? Jedi Fallen Order personally is one of my favourite games today. Yeah, it's one of mine as well, to be honest. I've only actually played through the whole story once, which is pretty crazy, and that was in the first weekend. Well, I've played the game for plenty of hours, but it's more just I went around exploring the place and just I had like a run on Zepho where I just go onto the game for like 10 minutes and just run around this particular area, slaying the stormtroopers and whatnot. So yeah, very much enjoyed that a lot. But I'll be next year. I will absolutely be streaming the game again though. Just like replaying it from the very beginning, like not New Game Plus or anything, because I want to like challenge myself to get 100%. Like try and find all of the Force echoes and everything. Literally do all of it 100% if I can. So yeah. Oh, you won't be getting it at all, Tom. That's fair. You didn't enjoy Fallen Order, did you, or did you not play it? I know you said this trailer wasn't quite up to your fancy, but yeah. And luckily, when it said to be on next gen only, I just got a Series X. Well, nice. There you go. It makes sense to be next gen only. I've seen a lot of people complain about it, but like next gen current gen now came out 2 years ago. And if you limit your, if developers really limit themselves to that, then they're not, they're not really going to get anywhere with it, and they're not going to allow themselves to expand the game in any way. So yeah, didn't like it. Very repetitive in my opinion. That's actually a very similar complaint that a friend of mine has. He played it at a friend. He didn't buy the game himself, but he played it at a friend's house for a couple hours and just found that the combat was just very repetitive. So I'm hoping this time it's going to be very very different. So it'll be good because of better graphics and bigger maps. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm really excited for like bigger maps, better graphics, more combat variations. Like that's what I'm really excited for with this game, honestly. But yeah, now is a great time to get back into it. Been having a blast reliving everything. Yeah, I've seen you've been playing quite a bit. You've been posting some images as well, which is really cool. Yeah, photo mode was great in that game. New Game Plus with the Inquisitor skin and red lightsaber is my goal, and straight to 100% the game. Nice one. To be fair, I might do that as well, actually. I might like stream through the game, complete the story, and then do New Game Plus and 100% it on that, maybe. Like, play through it with the Inquisitor and the red lightsaber. That would be really cool. Yeah, the combat was pretty clunky, and the combat in this looks fairly similar to Fallen Order, but I think it'll be a lot smoother this time. Anyway, moving on. So we get to see a bit of droid dismemberment, which we got in the first game, which is pretty cool. Pretty brutal. The Aurebesh. The Aurebesh here says, trust only in the Force, by the way. So that's obviously like a big tagline from the first game. Here we see an Imperial gunship, though. Like, this is what used to be the Coruscant police gunship, and it was now widely used by the Empire throughout. We see it quite a bit in Star Wars Rebels, which is pretty cool. And yeah, here it is in Jedi Survivor, which is pretty cool. Apex is better than Jedi Fallen Order in my opinion. I mean, like, I don't think you can. I mean, if you prefer that game over that one, that's fair enough. But I mean, you can't really compare them, to be honest, because they're completely different things. But yeah, hyped for Kimbo's lightsabers as well. I'm really excited for that. One of my biggest complaints from Fallen Order was that there was no dual wield lightsabers. So the fact that we actually get dual wield this time is awesome, and the cross guard as well. I'll get into that in a bit. I'll get into that very shortly because that's a pretty exciting thing. So yeah, Cal getting shot by a gunship in what looks to be Coruscant. This is very much Coruscant for sure. Looks like it's more underworld, not like fully underworld, but that looks like one of the central shafts that you can go up and down into. Excuse me. But what I noticed, Frostbite, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. What I noticed at this point is Cal drops his lightsaber. Like, he gets blown up, he drops his lightsaber, so I can't help but feel like maybe this is where, because like in the first trailer we see that box, like stormtroopers holding this box and is given to the Powan senator, and then he's like, "Tell me, Cal Kestis, what is your next move?" But like, and in that box is Cal's lightsaber, and it's like, oh, how the hell did that get in there? This potentially, because this is on Coruscant, the Powan senator is on Coruscant, so potentially they get his lightsaber from this. I don't know. That's my thought process, but it looks like Coruscant will be explorable, which, if it is very, very exciting, I think. I'm glad they kept saber staff, but probably won't use it too often. Do you mean the double-bladed lightsaber? Yeah, I mean, I didn't use the double blade that often in. Yeah, you did. Okay, nice. Yeah, I didn't use it much at all in Fallen Order. Like, it. I mean, it was great to have in the game, but my playstyle fitted the single blade so much better. Hope Coruscant is explorable, not a one-time thing. Yeah, I'd be so... Yeah, like Bracker and in the first game, yeah, they were there, but you couldn't really explore it, which is such a shame, because in the original trailer for Jedi Fallen Order, you see Bracker in like a street and everything. So that means they literally like changed the story of the game within 6 months or something, because originally they would have been in this town probably, or it was just sort of like a general thing, like, oh, we're not actually doing this, but for the purposes of the trailer, it looks cooler. So I don't know, but it was just a real shame because I feel like Bracker would have had a really cool environment to explore. Yeah, the tutorial was good, but it was just a real shame that we didn't get to explore it. And Ner would obviously be a really cool thing to explore. I kind of get it with Ner and whatnot, but yeah. Anyway, continuing. So yeah, at this point, it looks like Cal's been blasted. He's sort of landed here somewhere. This is a guy called Bode Akuna, who is voiced by the actor who plays Varco Gray in Star Wars Squadrons, and who also voices Admiral Rampart in the Bad Batch TV show. So that's pretty cool. He's had a lot of Star Wars in the last few years, which is nice. I'm a dip and sleep. Good night. No Rose till Tom. Have a good sleep, my dude. Wowee, 20 past 9. That is an early night. But yes, sleep well, my dude. Have a good week. To be fair, also you're ill, so get well soon. But yeah, Bode very much looks like he's going to be a companion in this game. Companions are something I've wanted again, like since Fallen Order. It's one of those things that, you know, I don't mind that it wasn't in Fallen Order, but to improve on the series in the future, companions would be something really cool to have. I don't expect it obviously to be a full game thing. I think it's going to be very situational, but you know, I don't mind that really. If it doesn't make sense not to have him, then you know, whatever works for the story. So that's Bode. And yeah, this is definitely the Coruscant bit again. Assuming it is Coruscant. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. And then you've actually got some Aurebesh writing there. You know, you wouldn't be able to spell out the full word because you don't see the full word. He looks like he's just done a really good poo. Someone clip that. He does though. Like he's sat the way he's sat. I'm gonna have to screenshot that. I'm not gonna lie. Bear with me. Come on, screeny weenie. God's sake. There we go. No, let's not go there. Let's go here. Where are you? Jedi Survivor images. Load. Anyway, yeah, Bode rescues Cal. Very nice of him. Cal looking very serious there. He's just dazed a scout trooper. Stabs him. And then Bode comes in. Oh, he's got dual pistols. That's sick. Oh, no, okay. Cal does have a blaster here now. Can you bring up the pre-order bonuses in it? Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, I'll go over them in... once I finish with the trailer, I can go over them. So yeah, Cal's blaster is now in his pocket. And this looks like another planet. This could very well be that vegetation planet, again, that we saw. Like, we've seen a lot in this trailer. I imagine it could be the same. But this time it's at night. And Bode just does this. He climbs over Cal's back. And just clamps down on this. Look at that. I mean, the execution. Phenomenal. Dual pistol as well, which is cool. This looks like another boss. It's like a Triceratops, but like a fat baby one. Pretty brutal. And this is Cal on the catwalk. Getting super serious. Right. This is our 2 iterations of battle droids that we know about so far. So you can see here, this one there, and this one here. They are the blaster variation. So they've got like those, you know, the black triangle, then the white, and then like the brown color. The heads and whatnot, you know, all the same. They are what we see in the action figure. But then we have this melee version here, which is the exact same, but the main torso, instead of being painted, it's just a standard B1 battle droid. And they have this interesting melee weapon as well. So it looks like we'll have a melee version of the battle droids, which is pretty cool. And then this is where we see the double blade again for the first time, properly in action. Cal swings it around, cuts them all in half in one go. There you go. Then we have the Jedi or Gendai dude. Watch me get murked by all of them. I think I probably will to start with as well, honestly. I'll see them all, think, oh, it's battle droids, they're weak, and then I'll get destroyed. But yeah, the Gendai or Jedi are back. And then this is the guy who's clearly from the bat tank. You can actually see the blue in his eye here, actually. I think a lot of people... I think it was Sammy's breakdown said that he couldn't see the eye colour too well, but you can actually see a faint bit here of blue. So this is definitely the person from the bat tank. Honestly, not a huge fan of these 2 villains. Look, I don't know what it is. Doesn't look very Star Warsy. Yeah, I mean, this guy here looks very much like Ratchet and Clank kind of character. This person here, I think, is a High Republic Jedi. These are, you know, they're Jedi robes. They're golden as well, which is a very symbolic color within the High Republic. So I think he used to... Oh, yeah, his armor is very Gears of War, and his face is Ratchet and Clank. But yeah, I think this guy was a Jedi within the High Republic era and got like betrayed by the Order or by someone he trusted, and then sort of is now turning dark, basically. And he has this device which seems to be all powerful. So I don't know, it's really interesting. This looks like the thing Cal was holding up as well in the game at the start of the trailer. So yeah, and also I think this is the guy the dark side user in the first trailer didn't have a right arm. This person clearly doesn't have a right arm, so clearly he's got a red lightsaber now, or he did at one point. But pretty cool. I'm really excited to know more about these two, but yeah, I kind of get that they don't look very Star Warsy. They seem to have lost a lot of the Star Wars aesthetic in this game compared to the first one, which was fantastic. I don't know. I mean, this person, is very Star Warsy, I'd say, especially because the Jedi robes and whatnot. It's just like he's a kind of a blandish looking person. This character, doesn't seem very Star Warsy because of the armor and whatnot, but I don't know. I mean, I think the rest of it's pretty Star Wars. It's just a lot of it's very new stuff, or like the Jedi we've seen before, but very little of. So it's very niche within Star Wars. So yeah. Here then we have more battle droids, and now actually I can properly see the B2. Because before, in like the YouTube trailer originally, because this is a 4K download, I couldn't really see the B2 too well, but you can see there's a super battle droid there as well. So we're going to get a lot of droids to fight in this game. That's the Bacta guy 300 years before being put in the Bacta time capsule. Oh, is that what you reckon? Well, because we see it... what am I saying? Don't know. I mean, we see him getting taken out of it. So... don't know. I'm hyped for this game, but in all honesty, I didn't like the new reveal trailer that much, sadly. Jedi Fallen Order had much better trailers, in my honest opinion. I really liked this trailer, to be honest, because it just showed so much new like gameplay features and stuff. Yeah, and the thing is as well, is because I've been focusing on Star Wars gaming so much over the last few years when, there hasn't really been a lot to focus on. Like, for me, I'm just so excited to finally have a new trailer for something. Star Wars Hunters, we've known about that nearly for 2 years now, which is crazy, and it was meant to come out last year. It didn't. It was meant to come out this year. It didn't. So it will now probably be like May next year at the earliest, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I'm just happy, to be honest. Like it feels like the drought could be ending. I mean, I kind of felt that way with Lego Star Wars a bit, but I kind of knew that would be short and sweet because there was literally, we knew nothing was coming soon. So, yeah, but I feel like, this will come out in March, and then hopefully, we'll have Celebration in early April, so that should reveal a lot more about, hopefully we'll get a release date for Hunters at that point, among other things. It's just nice to have something new again. But yeah, Cal does look better in my opinion. Yeah, I'm kind of digging the facial hair, to be fair. It's a good look. More hype, better editing, aesthetic, narrative from what we've seen, music, etc. I think this trailer's audio mixing was kind of not good and lots of shots are overexposed. Oh, so yeah, Jedi Fallen Order trailers were more hype, better editing, aesthetic. Right, okay. Yeah, no, I think the Fallen Order trailers were definitely were very hype. I think it helped because it was very much, Jedi on the run from Inquisitors. Like, it was a pretty new, but also like familiar thing at the time. Like, we'd seen that quite a bit before. Whereas this, now we're going on a completely new and different path with this character. Like, surviving Order 66 and running from Inquisitors and stuff, we'd seen that before quite a bit. So it was nice to have something familiar with that. And it was the first like big single player thing we'd had from Star Wars in years. Because we got the Battlefront 2 trailer, the campaign, but the game was mostly multiplayer. So whereas this was a single player focused game about a Jedi, which is so hype. But yeah. Anyway, B2 battle droids are in the game now as well, which is very cool. This looks like it's an enhancement on the slow ability, which is really cool. And then, yeah, just running, dual wield, blocking, very cool. Oh, yeah, where is it that you see this? You see it at some point. Here we go. So you can see in this shot here, there's a Lucra Hulk in the background. Yeah, can't wait to rip all these assets and port them into Unreal. Going to be really neat. Yeah, it's going to be insane, honestly. Like I'd actually love to get into like having a model of having a custom model of my clone trooper, like fully rigged, so I could just pose it and just use it for thumbnails and stuff. But I just can't be bothered to spend the time to like make the clone trooper myself. Like, I mean, I know there's already clone troopers out there, but it'd be a case of I'd have to texture it myself, and I just can't really be bothered to do that, and I don't have the money to pay someone to do it either. So it's just like a bit of an L. But I don't know. I think it would be really cool. I don't think I will do it yet, but yeah. I'd also love to like enhance the stream a little bit more as well, because like I'm keeping this stream overlay. I'm very much keeping for especially stuff like Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor and stuff. Like single player games, I think this layout looks really good. But for Star Wars Hunters, obviously I've got this completely new layout, which is like one of my old Battlefront 2 streams. So I'll do that for those games and stuff. But I think it'd be really cool to have like 3D environments, scenes and whatnots. I think that would be really cool. But anyway, Lucra Hulk here, that's why there are loads of battle droids around the place, I imagine. These guys potentially reprogrammed them. Pretty cool. This is potentially around the Lucra Hulk, maybe. I don't know. But then in this part, this is inside the Lucra Hulk now. You can tell because there are loads of AATs there, and then there's an MTT here as well, and loads of AATs down here, but you can't see that because it's blocked by the camera. But yeah, this is inside the Lucra Hulk, so it's going to be really cool to actually explore that. That sign looks somewhat familiar, and I don't know why. But yeah, pretty cool. You also get to see like 2 new abilities here as well. So you jump, you jump off, and then you kind of use like force pull to like dash. You kind of like dash yourself forward, which is going to be a new ability. But then you also have a grapple as well, so that you grapple onto that, that's really cool. That's something new. Then there you have, were they battle droids or stormtroopers? Oh yeah, they were battle droids there, B1s and a B2 down there as well. So this is where I think Cal first gets the crossguard, because he's kind of looking at it as if it's like a new thing, and then he ignites it for the first time, and it's like, yeah, it's a whole new thing. But yeah, there you go, crossguard. Very cool. Droids versus stormtroopers would be really cool, yeah. Cal looks a bit high there, I'm not gonna lie, just like yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, then we got droid commandos, which is also very cool. So we've seen pretty much like all of the droid types apart from a droideka. So I imagine droidekas will be in the game, but it just looks like there's going to be so many new enemy types. And I think, I mean, the problem is like with Fallen Order, there are so many enemies that are like animals and creatures, which I didn't really like that much. But it looks like they've kind of taken that on board and just completely stripped the game away from that. Like, there are still, creatures to fight, which we've seen, but it looks very much like they'll mostly just be like bosses, really. Whereas the majority of the enemies will be actual like droids or people, like, stormtroopers and potentially like bounty hunters and mercenaries and whatnot. You actually got a B2 super battle droid there as well, just chilling out of action. But yeah, commando droids, and this is using the crossguard, which almost, it looks like it kind of makes the lightsaber a bit of like a a long sword. So it's really like heavy, and you're just doing like heavy attacks on it, which is really cool. So, because look at that, it's a pretty long blade as well, and the attacks he's doing are a lot slower, I'd say, than what you'd expect. And there's another look at the Lucra Hulk here. So it's just the central core bit. How it got there, I don't know. I'm really hoping we find out though, because that'd be really cool. But yeah, pretty neat. So this is the 4th type of lightsaber that has been confirmed for the game. So after launch, you may not be able to get them. I don't know. But yeah, this is all inspired by the Kenobi TV show, basically. So Cal's Hermit cosmetic. This is how Obi-Wan looks at the end of the Kenobi TV show, like where he actually meets Luke for the first time, and then sees Qui-Gon again as a Force ghost and whatnot. That's his outfit here, so that's pretty cool. This lightsaber set is inspired by this is Obi-Wan's lightsaber from Episode 1. So that's pretty cool. On Xbox, I'm not sure about others, but there is a pre-order bonus upgrade pack. Does it say what's in that upgrade pack or not? Because I mean, this could be it. Like this is the pre-order bonus. So yeah, Episode 1 lightsaber here. It's interesting though because this is lightsaber set. So it looks like the cosmetics will work how they did in Fallen Order, where all the Deluxe Edition bonuses. Okay, well yeah, so that'll be if you pre-order the Deluxe Edition then. It's like £35. Okay. Well yeah, so the oh wait, what? So is that like if you pre-order this, but then you can also buy the Deluxe Edition bonuses separately, or that's what it sounds like it anyway. Oh, so yeah, if you can't get pre-order. Okay, that's really cool actually. I didn't know that. I'll have to have a look on the PS5 then, because I've not actually been on it to look. But yeah, Obi-Wan Episode 1 lightsaber set, which is pretty cool. And then the combustion blaster set. So this is the pistol that Obi-Wan uses in the Kenobi TV show as well, which is also pretty cool. Note as well how it's done by set. So you've got like cosmetic, then set and set. So I think you'll be able to like take apart the blaster and use different things. So maybe like grips and barrels and stuff. I can't imagine it will work like that. Or maybe it's set because it has like, you've got like the model, but then maybe you can change like how it fires based on different weapons, or maybe you can change like the audio sound. I don't really know what's going to happen there, but it looks like it'll, guns will be customizable. But to what extent we don't really know. So yeah, that is the pre-order bonuses for the standard edition. So if you buy the standard edition, if you buy the deluxe edition, you get those standard edition Kenobi themed cosmetics. But then you also get these as well. So for the deluxe edition, you've got Han Solo stuff and Luke Skywalker stuff. So for Han, you've got his Episode 4 outfit here. So yeah, this is like the celebration outfit. So he's got, it's pretty much what he wears at the start of the film, but instead of 2 pockets or whatever, he's got 4 pockets. So it just sort of looks a bit more posh, really. And he's more of a shirt, really, less of a rugged look. So that's cool. Same with the Luke one, it's Rebel Hero. So this is Luke Celebration, which is pretty cool. BD1, this rugged look, didn't really know what this was until my good friend Torbis informed me the other day that this is inspired by Han's Episode 6 like Endor outfit. So when he's got like the big trench coat on, that's apparently inspired by that. It's a very green thing, so yeah, probably is just sort of more inspired by Endor and whatnot. This is my favorite though, like this BD1 R2D2, like so BD Astro BD1 cosmetic. This is obviously inspired by R2D2, which just looks incredible. Like they've completely just changed the design of his head. He's still obviously got like big eye, smaller eye there, but it's just like instead of being more like that, it's a lot more. It's just square. And it just looks really cool, honestly. I just think it looks great. You got like the lights there and whatnot. Just very cool. And then you've got the DL44 blaster set for Cal's gun. And then you've got Rebel Hero lightsabers there, which is obviously Luke's first lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber, and obviously becomes Rey's lightsaber as well. It looks pretty thin though, like it doesn't look like it's particularly rigid, but it could just be because it's sort of like black on black there, and that's obviously just a really side-on view. But still, yeah, looks pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be getting this one, I think, when I can. But yeah, they are the pre-order bonuses, and that is pretty much everything I have today, honestly. Like I said, I've got a ton of content coming out over the next few months about this game, so keep an eye out for all of them. If you know people who are excited about the game and don't watch the channel, then be sure to let them know, because there's going to be tons of cool stuff. But no worries at all, Cassian. I'm going to be heading off now anyway myself, so I hope you have a good rest of your weekend and have a good week. But yeah, that is all from me today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.